Ladies and gentlemen, I am not one to be afraid to admit when he is wrong. And ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you, before God himself, to admit I was wrong. I was wrong about Hellblade 2. Oh my God, I was so wrong about this game. I tore this game a new asshole, and you know what? After completing the game, I want to come here and publicly apologize to each and every one of you because I was 150% wrong. Capital WRONG exclamation mark wrong. Now, yes, the game is very cinematic, very story paced. You do spend a lot of time walking. For the first 30 minutes, you are just holding up the left analog stick, but the game is so much more than that. If you get past the first 2 chapters, you can really dive into this game and experience what Ninja Theory was trying to tell us. I thought the fighting mechanics was just absolutely phenomenal. I loved the story that Senua was on, and the audio in both ears, it was just phenomenal. Halfway through the game, I decided to stop playing it on the Xbox Series X and move over to the PC port and played it on PC, and it just blew me away. Like, it was so much better. Like, playing this game at 60 plus frames per second and 4K, it just brought a different experience to the game. I had like every light in my house shut off, and I was just playing this game in front of my PC monitor. I was just like blown away. I'm like, I can't believe how phenomenal this game actually is. By the time I beat the game, I felt so many different emotions. I felt like joy for completing the game. I felt sorry for what Senua had to go through. I felt like I wanted more. I wanted to see the next chapter. And even though this game isn't hitting the mark for a lot of gamers, I'm really hoping that Microsoft and Xbox allows Ninja Theory to get a third chapter, because I think the game is just phenomenal. This isn't a game for everyone. And like I said in my previous video, there are people out there that like action movies, like comedy movies, that go to movies to be entertained. And there's also people that like Oscar movies, like movies that have different layers and character development. And I feel like the video game industry needs that too. I'm all for platformers. I think Nintendo is the best in the business when it comes to strictly entertaining and having great quality video games. Nintendo is the king. I also feel like there's a place in the industry where we can have great games with great story that wants to tell this narrative and just take us on this deep emotion of these characters. And I thought Hellblade 2 hit the mark on every aspect. Like, the game was just absolutely phenomenal. It blew me away, from the graphics to the cutscenes to you didn't know what was a cutscene, what was gameplay. It was so rich, so deep, and so well crafted, and they spent so much time working out every little detail. I do believe this game is going to win a lot of awards come the video game award season, and I think it's very well deserved. It isn't like a God of War Ragnarok or something like that, but it is a very rich narrative story, and I enjoyed the entire ride. A lot of people, like I said, want to compare, oh well, Last of Us has just as good as graphics. No, you're comparing cutscenes, CGI rendered cutscenes, to gameplay. Hellblade 2 was all visuals. All visuals, all narrative, all audio. The gameplay did take second fiddle, but at the end of the day, it told the narrative that it wanted to do. And when you're doing these giant battles and stuff like that, it makes it to where you feel like it's raw, it's emotional, and you're at the edge of your seat not knowing what's going to happen next to these characters. And that's what I loved about this game. So yes, I was 100% wrong. I did shoot way too early and said, yes, this game is just complete trash. But for some reason, I continued to want to play, and I'm glad that I did. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm actually getting ready to work on my second playthrough on the Xbox Series X this time, because when you complete the game, they do a little different things where you go back and get a different version of the story, and I'm super excited to see what happens next. So I was completely wrong. I do really, really apologize for, coming out and just saying something, but hey, at least I went back, continued to play it, and it completely changed my mind. Not saying it's going to change everybody's mind. Like I said, this is not a game for everybody, but it completely changed my mind, and I think it's definitely my contender for Game of the Year. As much as I'm a Final Fantasy fan, and I loved Rebirth, I am a massive fan of what Ninja Theory did with Hellblade 2. So that's just my thoughts on it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, as always, I am Rubber Storms, and thank you for watching.